be a church of compassion for children. And today we're going to specifically focus on what it means to be a church for the elderly. And so our church has so many opportunities to minister and to care and to love those who are in their golden years, more experienced years. And, one of the ministries off the top of my head is like the Evergreen Fellowship, which meets, I believe, every Saturday across the street and so forth. But also another ministry that we have, not only do we invite elderly to come in, as well as the Tuesday Bridge Community Center time, not only do we invite people to come in, but we also go out to minister to those who are in their senior years. And so I'd like to invite Julie Wong up to the stage, and she's going to share a little bit more about what we've been doing at the Vintage Senior Residence Home. So, hi, Julie.
On? Okay. My name is Julie, and the Vintage Assisted Living, Senior Living facility, it's a place that we were given an opportunity to visit these elderlies about 8 to 9 years ago. And the way it started was we would go, our youth or small groups will go and do sing caroling. And there was one time where it happened that one of the sisters asked, "Oh, can we come regularly?" And they actually said yes. So when they said yes, we thought, "Oh, what are we going to do with them?" And then at the same time, we had this knitting group going on in our church. And then we said, "Oh, maybe seniors like to knit." So we said, "Okay, we'll do a knitting group with the seniors." So we've been going once a month since 2008, and just spending an hour and a half with the seniors who come to knit with us. But the funny thing is, all of us who went, we actually don't know how to knit or crochet. And we actually learned from the seniors how to knit and crochet, and they're our knitting gurus. So we've been doing that regularly for 8 years now. And the sisters, mostly sisters go. There's Anna Yu goes, Catherine Hong goes, Naomi goes. She's been going since she was a little girl. And also Ellen will come, and she's, really great with sharing with the seniors. And what we do there is we, other than sitting with them pretending to knit and crochet, we talk to them about our lives and just regular everyday life, school, our children, our work, and things that we do. Like when I go on mission trips, I tell them, where I've traveled to and why we go there. So in a way, it's very subtle. We share our lives with them, and at the same time, we listen to their stories, and so that they can share their lives with us, because we feel they really want to tell people about things that's happened to them or their family. And these seniors are very, very old. They have a 90-plus club, and I think there's at least 20 of them. And most of the 90-year-olds are the ones who come and sit with us, even though some of them do knit, some of them don't. And most of the time they come and they say, "Oh, I used to knit or I used to crochet, but I can't do it anymore." And then we'll tell them, "It's okay, we'll do it with you." And we kind of pretend to do it with them. But, it's not really knitting and crocheting. That's not the main thing, but it's really just spending time with them and talking with them and then sharing our lives with them. And the funny thing is, many of the seniors, even just yesterday, there's this one lady, Mary, she just started living there end of last year. So yesterday she came out, and then she goes, and some of the other ladies didn't come, and it was just her. So Naomi and I were just talking with her, and she goes, "Oh, you want to come see my apartment?" So, okay, sure. So we went in, and we looked at, and she was showing us all the small apartment, the furniture, and her pictures, and she'll show us her family and who they are, and start telling us stories. And then we came back out, and then another lady came by, she was kind of crocheting with us, and then we're just sitting, and then she started telling us, we'll ask her, how many children do you have, and things like that. And she started telling us stories about her kids, and she actually had a child that died at age 3.5, and she was telling us a story, and we're kind of like, you'll see her again in heaven, and then she'll tell us about how her husband passed away, so she started living there, and all sorts of stories. So it's really, we never know when we go there what we hear from them. And I remember in the beginning years, there was a lady named Sally. The first thing she said to me is, "I don't want to be here. My son just dropped me off. I left all my stuff in Philadelphia, my fur coat and everything. He just picked me up and dropped me off here. I don't want to be here." And she was always angry when she comes, and then she goes, "I hate Esther." And then Esther is this like really social senior. She goes, "I hate Esther. Don't let her talk to me." And then when Esther comes to the group, she'll say, I'm leaving. So she goes away. But Sally comes by every time that we're there. Even though she's not happy, she doesn't want to be there, but she comes. And then she started asking, almost every time she'll ask me, "Why are you guys coming? Why are you here?" And then we just go, "Oh, because we want to. We want to. We want to come and talk with you." And then sometime later, we don't see Sally anymore. We don't know what happened to her. I'm going to show you some pictures. We don't normally take pictures, except when our church family goes to do like a social with them. So I'm going to start showing you these pictures, and you'll see some of you've been there before, and you really, are a blessing to them when you come and share your talents with them. So this is the first time our church went to Vintage. This is back in 2009. Remember MK 1045. And we also had our other congregation go with us. And it was basically we had like a game day thing. So we just had fun with them. Look at Anna. And that's Bunny, the one Anna is sitting with. Her name is Bunny. And then some of the other ladies, I don't remember them. It's so long ago. And then in 2010, we did an Easter social. So, some of you were really young, and, little kids, and they really like to see little kids. And Carrie and Henry are like the superstar there. They love it when Carrie and Henry goes there. When Carrie and Henry practice, preparing to sing the music that God's given to them, the seniors hear it from their room, and they start scooting out and go, "Oh, who's singing?" And then they come out to listen. So that was the first time we had like a program performance. And then in 2011, we went in Thanksgiving. Some pictures missing. So we if you play an instrument, it's wonderful. Whether you're good at it or not, they don't really care. But they like to hear you play. And then another Christmas, we had more singing and more performance. There was actually one that I forgot about. I couldn't find pictures where even Alliance Chorale, the whole chorus went to sing, and they loved it. They really love it. And in 2013 again, we went, and then we have families going and children going. They love seeing the little kids. And this is just last year. I don't know why the picture's missing. But anyway, see how happy they are? They're just really happy. They might not remember you. Like every time you go, they might ask you, "Oh, what's your name?" But it's okay. It's okay. And then that's the Chinese Grace. We have several Grace there. Chinese Grace been coming to the knitting group, but then the last year or two, she stopped coming. She just wanted to sit on the side. But we'll still go up to her and say hi to her, and she doesn't remember us. But that's okay too. But she's happy to see us. So you'll find you'll tell the same story. You'll tell your name again and again, and then it's okay. But they know we care. And then this is still last year, so we have like singing and poetry reading, and Justin was the MC. And then we have the families go with the little kids. They really like it. They really like the children. Some of them, I'm actually age of their grandchildren. So some of them have great-grandchildren, some of them have great-great-grandchildren. And they love to see little kids. So more kids. And then they like to see the dog too. We usually bring our dog. We've had our dog for 2 years, and we bring our doggie, and they love her too. And more, they all come out and they want to listen to the music and the singing. And even like, I think Mike was playing something, I forgot what it was, and then they were just singing along. It wasn't something that we were singing, but then Mike was playing something and just sang along. And then afterwards, we would give them flowers and treats and stuff. I want to point out this lady next to Justin. Her name is Grace. She's very, very old. When we first met her, she was maybe like 94. And then she is so full of wisdom, and her mind is so clear. She told us so many stories, and so many. I learned so much from her, and we know for sure that she is a believer because she brought us to her room, and she had this giant Bible with giant print on this pedestal, and she said, "Oh yeah, she reads this," and stuff. And then, seniors, they get older and they don't last forever. They don't live forever. And just a few months ago, Grace went to be with the Lord. And it's really sad. I mean, we were really sad. But at the same time, we're really happy too, because we know we'll see her again. And we've seen her younger picture. So we'll look for her in heaven in her 20-year-old age, hopefully. But we love Grace a lot, and she knows we love her. But it's kind of sad. So even Bunny, the first slide that I showed you, Bunny's not here with us anymore. And we didn't really get to know Bunny that well. But we don't know if she'll be in heaven. But the time that we go, if we get a chance to talk to the seniors and share the gospel with them through the programs or our regular everyday conversation, then hopefully they will come to know Jesus. So I encourage you, third Saturday of the month from 10 to 11:30, just come by. It's really, low key. It's just sharing with them and spending time with them. But do pray for us, because we're finding it's a lot of seniors like, I don't knit anymore. It's very hard to get the men to come out too because it's knitting. But pray for us to find more ways to reach these old folks. Thank you.
Julie.